Open your eyes and look inside. The very thing they try to kill is what they can't divide. When will they realize they can't pop like us? They can't talk like us. They ain't cut from the same cloth like us. I introduced to you two cool dudes who added some beauty to the crew. So everything you saw and what you knew is obsolete. So just hop on the path. You know we gonna make it last. I introduced to you the Triggered Podcast.
Hey, I'm not
But
gonna lie.
I'm saying that's a problem for a
fact.
lot of women that move to Dallas from St. Louis because they're not used to shooting shots, and the broads down there shoot shots, and niggas I don't do that, so they be down there and be
How
ready
you
to
know
come
that's
back
the thing
home.
they doing? I can't hear
I
anything.
saw it.
You can't hear anything?
No,
I
No.
can hear you though.
Are my
Listen.
headphones on.
Yeah, make sure you're plugged in.
We gonna keep.
I mean, but you're fine because we not doing no background.
no, I saw it with my own two
But I wanna
eyes the
hear.
whole night.
Oh,
Take it off.
Oh my God! It was. That's why I said I was in the
You know,
bar
it could be
in a
different down
cut.
there too because Dallas is much bigger. You know, St. Louis is small. Like everybody know everybody.
No, this is what I noticed. My first time there, with the the dudes was country, and the women were down to earth. It wasn't too many people who give you that vibe like here in St. Louis. Like I think I'm somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody was regular,
cool.
working, just you know, and everybody was shooting their shot. Women, I'm talking about some stuff that went on with them from the women down there. I was like,
Yeah.
that would never happen here. Like they was like we was the
women
females
here
almost.
delusional.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Awesome.
In my case, we're just scared.
Scared of what though?
We're just scared. How many times we gonna have this
Oh
conversation?
yeah.
I'm not talking about shooting a shot. I'm just talking about the delusional thinking they somebody. I was talking about that
That's
part.
true.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's really our generation. I think that's the younger generation. You think it's ours?
I know.
Oh.
So,
I don't pay attention to no younger generations. I'm grown as a
and
motherfucker.
I said to myself though, while I was in Dallas, I see why people move here. Because to me, it was like a bigger St. Louis, to be honest. But the people were way more.
They say St. Louis my crib, Dallas my backyard.
Yeah, they got a 314 day down there.
That HIV rate is horrible.
But everybody was like,
All right. All right.
everybody was cool. They was everybody was it was real cool.
You enjoyed your trip?
Yeah, it was cool.
That was good.
Like it wasn't like the trip of the century. But plus, I was down there for such a short period of time. It was like, but I got to do what only thing I wanted to do on the whole trip was see the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And once I saw that,
Oh yeah, it was looking weird. I ain't want
Oh,
to.
yeah.
I ain't want
It's
the
still
episode.
weird
You
on my
looking
forehead.
crazy?
I don't know why I
Yeah.
didn't move back
Yeah,
from there.
but yeah, it
I
was
ain't-
cool.
You know, I got your back.
I had a good time.
That's good, man.
And then I think, like I said, I was telling him before you got here, Bean, the party that we went to, I felt like I jumped in a time machine. Like, you know, in a club, you trying to look for somebody to talk to, bring home, whatever. I was like, man, this is like 2005 or 2002 type thing. So, but I know how to I go along with, even if things ain't necessarily my speed, I'm gonna go along with it and just, you know, I ain't one of the people that's gonna make something into something that it don't have to be.
Make everything about you.
Yeah, it's a trip. We having fun. It's cool. And we probably won't even remember this a week later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type thing.
Oh.
So,
Well, you will. They might not because they were drunk.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then, like I said, I'm the type of person, I go, if I'm going to go, because I don't mind, I'll go to a club, but I'm going to enjoy the club with my friends, not at the club for the people in the club.
That was always my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If as long as I'm with y'all, that I'm going to have a good time because I'm with y'all.
That's how I am with my
Yeah.
friends.
That's how I am.
Anywhere
Yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
if I'm with them, I can have fun anywhere.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't- It doesn't really matter where we are.
That's the key.
Yeah, like I was saying in the beginning, you weren't heard being. I got a friend. Hey, that man fixed us. I said, man, you fixing us family dinner? He bought us Wagyu steaks. He grilled them like 1:30, and we at 3:00 in the morning, being we eating steak. Like it's crazy.
Fun times.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yes. Midnight steaks.
Man.
Midnight steaks. Man, glad you had some fun. Was that mine or yours?
Oh yeah, and Ben,
Sorry.
That was mine. Probably.
you are turning into the friend that we only see every now and then.
Oh.
What you mean?
That friend that pop in and pop out. You been missing.
Is it invite me
You
somewhere?
been
I'll
missing. You
come.
been
But
missing.
I do start school. I'll pop out. Just let me know. But I do start school August 19th. But
So you already
Nail school?
hedging.
huh?
Nail school?
No.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
No, I'm going
You
for
going
cybersecurity.
for lashes.
I remember.
The RN.
I hate you. Not glasses.
He said veneer tech.
Right.
But the way I set up my school schedule, I'm free Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So what hours do you go?
2 of my classes are online.
Okay.
And then one is like a hybrid. So basically the only day that I really have to go to school is
It's
gonna be on
finals day?
Tuesdays.
Oh,
No,
it's
just on
Tuesdays,
Tuesdays
period.
because I take this Java computer class.
Tuesday nights.
Okay. The JavaScript.
Yeah,
Because you need things to do. Because the girl's gone now, right?
exactly.
When'd you take them? Yesterday?
No, I'll take them
The
next
10th.
Next Friday. Okay.
Next Friday.
What's next Friday? What?
Wow.
The 9th.
Yeah, that was the 9th and 10th, yeah.
Empty nester.
It seems surreal. Like at first, I wasn't tripping off like taking them, but like the closer it get, I've been noticing I ain't been able to sleep. I've been having an attitude.
So,
My anxiety just.
as a word of
Right.
advice, don't be bored. Let this turn into your whole face. Just because
Right.
don't be bored and let this turn into your
I'm
whole
gonna be at
face.
school.
Mm.
All right.
School.
You drinking wine drunk in front of the mirror singing.
I'm gonna hang out with y'all. So, like,
All right, cool.
if like y'all notice, like if somebody like my friends, like people I'm cool with it, if they invite me out, I go. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just like, oh, we finna go to classics, I ain't going there.
Okay.
But we don't hang out. We just hang out, period.
Yeah, I come over.
All right, good. Because
Okay,
I play Monopoly with me. She won't play.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely play some
I'll
Monopoly.
play with Monopoly. Oh, because he had all the houses.
That's some
bullshit.
bullshit.
I'm
that
down.
was just not a good game for me. That round, like it was
I got
terrible.
the newer Monopoly. I want the classic game and rules, but with the
new
card. Because I don't just the money shit. That's just I'm impatient, so that's time consuming.
Oh, okay. Count
It's-
out
it's-
the
it's
money.
Monopoly
It's
is
like a-
supposed to be an extended game. It ain't supposed to go
Right.
fast.
It's condensed. Everything is electronic, so even the properties that you buy, you just tag them, it automatically deducts the money. So it's very easy.
Talking about on the new one?
On the one that we had,
Oh,
on the one that
okay.
he purchased. It's like the condensed
Wow.
version.
It come with
It's
some
even ta-
electronic?
So you want the
Mhm.
one that got the money
And
in
the-
it, like the old one?
No, he don't.
Well, no, he
want
said
that.
he
don't
wants
want you
because
to-
the rules are a little different. The rules are a little different, but he liked the digital aspect of it,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
having to have
Okay, I'm
money.
sorry.
You have
Move
a
your
debit
foot a little
card.
bit. There we go.
You know, all the properties are digital. You just scan it, and when somebody lands on it, you just scan your card and it just automatically deducts it.
Yeah, I like
It's
the
very-
convenience of it, but they changed the rules a little bit.
No, you don't like that.
It's okay, but it just doesn't feel like the original game. That's all. I mean, I actually like it. I think I could get used to it because then you could play multiple games.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
Because
we-
it's more fast tracked.
We were literally done in like an hour and 20
It
minutes.
was just both of y'all?
I ain't
No,
never
me and my
played
daughter
no
played.
Monopoly
Okay.
game that short.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
us
down.
and Naya.
It was so
My
terrible.
Monopoly games with my family, we be stealing each other's
Yeah,
money and
stealing
everything.
money, y'all.
So you can't do that in this game
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's like everything. You scan a property and then you have to scan to who it belongs to,
Okay.
and your credit card is
I like that.
attached to your character or whatever you got. Like
Okay.
I had what did I have, a boat or a helicopter? I had a helicopter, so the helicopter credit card. So everything is organized. You don't really have to do shit but play. You just got to be
That's
strategic.
Cool. That's cool for like modern
like
times.
it.
'Cause,
I mean,
like,
it's
Yeah.
kind
the
of
newer
cool.
generation,
but
everything is digital.
it's like with this one, you don't have to own all the colors before
don't?
you can buy houses.
Yeah, you can buy a house soon
And
as you get it.
somebody
Really?
if somebody lands on your property, the rent goes up.
If
and,
you land
know,
on your property, it
the
go
rent
up. So it's
goes
just quicker to
up.
bankrupt
It's just
motherfuckers if you
really,
if you
really,
ain't going
really-
after it. So it's faster, but it's still the same concept. So
See, that's why
so you
the
just got to
old
think quicker, like boom,
Monopoly-
boom, boom, boom.
That's why the old Monopoly took so long because you're trying to
Yeah.
buy all the property.
You got to get
Right,
all,
yeah,
you
the
trying to
way
get
to
all the
get all the
colors.
railroads
And then
and-
you got to go and you can do the only downside is that you can't like will and deal, like sell properties. You know, like in the old game, you'd be like, hey,
Once I
I'ma
figured
get
it out,
you,
that'll
you
be
know,
cool.
You know, I'm gonna get
When it's hot to
but
sell property. Okay.
How to trade shit, all
Come
that.
over and eat some cheese. It's in place.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cheez-Its. Oh man, I'm fucking up over here.
So how has life been post 2.0?
Yeah.
Um,
It's probably been cool.
Definitely.
Pun
Still
intended.
Yeah.
Put it there.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It's definitely less stressful. However, I was so used to being there on Thursdays and Saturdays that those are days that I feel bored.
For real.
Like
Okay.
I don't have nothing to do. Now I was feeling my days like my Saturdays is every Saturday me and my daughters would go do something.
Okay.
And we would rotate, like it'd be one every time we went somewhere, it'd be somebody else's turn to pay.
Okay.
But
She gonna cry, Nicole.
I'm sure I am. But now that they finna leave, I have to find something else. But I think I might just find me like another little part-time job or something.
So are you turning this into a trip once you drive them back to Florida? You gonna kick it with your sister, or you coming right back?
Yes and no. So we leave Friday. She doesn't have to be there until that Monday, but we leave Friday because we're gonna stop in Nashville so they can see their grandparents.
Okay.
Then we gonna go to Atlanta, staying with my aunt for the night. Then Saturday we get up and go to Tampa.
Okay.
We'll be there Saturday, Sunday, and then we get up like at 5:00 in the morning Monday to take her to the school because it's only 3 hours away.
Okay.
And then we staying there for 2 days, well Monday and Tuesday, because my youngest daughter moves in Monday, my oldest daughter moves in Tuesday,
Okay.
and then we'll come back Tuesday.
Their dorms
night.
near each other?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We'll come back Tuesday. We get back to my sister's house Tuesday night, and then my flight will probably leave Wednesday morning.
Oh, so y'all
Let's
flying
go.
down there?
I'm
No,
driving
you're
there.
driving down
I'm driving
there.
my sister's truck there. She brought me her truck. They went on a road trip, so she
okay.
brought me her truck, and they flew back.
Okay.
And then I'm
You'll
gonna take her
drop that
truck
off.
back and then fly home.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to drive at all. Like I wanted to just fly, but she got a refrigerator,
Yeah,
a
all kind of
microwave,
stuff.
air purifier. Like it was no way that was gonna happen. So we figured we'd just make it fun. They could see their grandparents, stop in Atlanta. They could see my aunts and stuff in Atlanta. Go
That's
to Tampa. They could see my best friend, hang out with my sister for a while, for like a day. And then,
So the school's not in Tampa. Where is the school?
it's in Daytona Beach.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
They literally
Party City.
They literally could walk to the beach from their school.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man.
Hypothetical question for you,
What's up?
just to peek what you think. So what would you do? You know, like things is changing. You're finna be an empty nester, right? So when they left or when they leave, you know, mommy's like, whatever, fill in the blank.
Right.
But let's say things change while they're at school, whatever that may be. How would you adjust, or how you think they would adjust when they come back and things aren't the way it was when they left? And I'm just making it vague on purpose. Like you can,
Oh, you mean like if I got a boyfriend
or whatever. Yeah, like
um,
just, you know, like you could get super busy or something. You might, you know, develop something and they come back and you're not as available as you was.
You know what? Like my oldest daughter, she'd be perfectly fine because she was already living in Tampa.
Right,
She moved
okay.
to Tampa her sophomore or junior year, I can't think. And then my youngest, I think both of them would be cool because one thing I can say,
None of that seem independent.
I raised both of them to be very independent. Like even now, like with they stuff for school, like we got the refrigerator, the microwave, all of that. But like I haven't bought them anything. They've been buying all their own stuff. The only thing I did tell my youngest daughter I would get her comforter, but like she done bought her own bathroom decorate, like everything. They do all of that on their own. Like she had 2 pair of shoes get delivered to the house today. And then she got another one that's going to my mama's house.
Okay.
That aspect, they don't. I'm proud to say, in that aspect, they don't need me. Like they don't need me to be there. Like they're
Yeah.
perfectly
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
lucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like my oldest daughter, she. Okay.
The way you
Both my
paused.
daughters smoke weed.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, of course, I was against it because I'm like, damn, they so young. But my oldest daughter started smoking because we never talked about it on this podcast, but we went through a court trial. She had really bad anxiety. She was having nightmares, everything. So my brother-in-law had got her some like CBD gummies. And they was cool, but she felt like they didn't really do nothing because the nightmares were keeping her from sleeping. So it's like literally every day she was just tired. She wasn't. So her boyfriend at the time smoked weed, so she started smoking weed. At first I was against it, but then I was like, whatever's gonna help her be able to get through the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get some sleep, be able to go to class and not be in her head, then I'm gonna let her have it. Cause I mean, it ain't like it's heroin or crack or something. So I'm like, whatever. And my youngest daughter, I found out she still smoked weed because I found a weed pen in her room. And I was just like, what the hell? So now I'm like, I'm that parent where I'm very realistic. It doesn't matter how much I tell them, don't smoke, don't do this, don't do that. When they get to school, I don't have no control over that.
Yeah.
So I would rather know what they're doing and tell them how to be safe doing it. Like, hey, don't smoke nobody else's stuff. Oh, don't smoke nobody else's stuff. Don't roll your own stuff up. Like, all of that. Because the more I tell them not to do it, I'm smart enough to know they're going to do it.
Now,
sound like you did it.
Is your youngest, she recreational or she regular or?
Recreational.
Okay.
She only smoke with somebody else smoking.
Okay.
My oldest daughter is pretty much, she smoked to sleep.
I got you. Okay.
So I told her I was like, why don't you just get some edibles to help you sleep? She don't like the way the edibles.
They're different.
She don't like, I eat edibles. She doesn't like how long it take the edible to kick in. And not knowing when it's going to kick in. She was like, no, I smoke because I smoke. I'm high.
I know. Okay.
Like, I'm high now. And I'm going to be high for however long.
Yeah.
But with the edible, she like, if I can't sleep, I don't want to have to wait. Like, trying to figure out when this edible going to kick in.
Yeah.
So I was just like, whatever. I'm just not gonna. I hate when parents be like, "My kid would never." No,
don't say what your kid would.
No, my kid would.
At this point,
an intelligent decision there.
It's just weed,
right?
Yeah.
And they 19.
It's just weed.
They're
you
19
junkie.
and 18. It like I look stupid. Like you bet not. I just tell them, don't smoke in my house, don't smoke in my car. Other than that,
Respect my shit.
Can they smoke outside in the backyard?
Now they go in the garage.
Okay.
They go in the garage. I just be like, whatever. I know when they're going to because my oldest daughter has a routine. She smokes in the morning when she get home from work and then night before she goes to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So with you, how at what point was it understood and accepted in your household, like with Michi? Like, did they know Michi? Was he smoking when he was young?
Oh.
How did they treat it? You know, just kind of same situation.
I don't know when Michi. That's my brother.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I said her household. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, they never knew until he was
Grown.
older.
Oh, okay.
Cause hell, I never even knew I don't know if he smoked when he was in high school or stuff like that. I don't know.
It show you how much times changed. Like I tried weed when I was in high school. I think I was like 14. I smoked with my sister. And I did it like 2 more times like after that when I was in school. It wasn't really my thing. Yeah. But I knew people that smoked like every day.
Every day,
But if my mama knew, she'd kill me. Now my mama know that my oldest daughter, I don't know if she know my youngest daughter, but she know my oldest daughter smoke weed and she don't have no problem with it.
You know,
but then
you know how the parents
beat me.
You know how the parent, the hard parent, turned into a soft grandparent. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
True.
So.
True.
Yeah, ain't no way around it.
But no, I don't smoke. Honestly, I don't even know how to roll up, but they do.
Me
My brother-in-law told me.
I smoke every day. I do not roll.
My brother-in-law
it's
told
a skill
me.
position.
Did you used to?
Nah.
My brother-in-law told me
he has
that
a gadget.
My oldest daughter rolled better than him. He was like, man, she rolled better than me.
When you start smoking?
12.
Did your
Purposely
mama know?
or just kind of
experimentally with my cousin badass.
Okay.
Did your mama know?
My mom probably knows. I was smoking till probably about last year or something.
Really?
Oh, really?
Maybe what, 2 years maybe? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing. That my daughters, like, they did try to hide it from me at first. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I found my youngest daughter reed pen, I lost it. I beat the shit out of her. But then I had to sit down and I ended up apologizing to her. Because I had to think to myself, it's so many things that she could be doing that's worse than smoking weed.
Yeah.
And weed is legal. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things that she could be doing. She got a scholarships to multiple college. Her grades are good.
Yeah.
I'm not finna let this be.
She's not unruly. She ain't running the streets.
I'm not finna let this be like, act like she's just this horrible kid. Because, you know.
You got to think about it this too, though.
It ain't even worth it.
Yeah, like your daughters or kids, my youngest, they coming up in different times. You know, we came up, they act like weed was crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
now
we
it's
grew
legal.
up right. So they're not even.
Yeah.
It's not even being presented to them the way it was presented to us. Like it's just this taboo. Like think of like my daughter 10. You know, it's not. She didn't grow up in our era, so it's not gonna seem as the way it seemed like. I remember that. Hey, boy, you say you smoke weed? They be like, oh my God, you know, you gonna smoke crack.
Smoking that dope.
Yeah, you smoking dope. And, you know, that remember they used to always say that
Gateway
weed,
drug.
Yeah, it's a gateway drug. And
But
that's
it's
not even
like,
true. That's not even
hell
true.
no.
That's not even true.
they're
Weed lead to snacks.
I don't know if it makes
Anything.
sense. I don't know if it makes sense, but they're like responsible with it. Like when I was like going over with my oldest daughter, I'm like, where you get your weed from? She was like, I only buy from one person when I'm at home, and when I'm here, I go. She calls my brother-in-law Dad. She was like, and when I'm here in St. Louis, I go to the guy that Dad go to, or I just have my friend. She has a friend that's older. Just go to the dispensary for her. She was like, I ain't never buy no. I ain't one of them weed smokers that's just gonna buy from anybody.
Yeah.
She was like, I buy from the same people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like she know, like I don't smoke with nobody. She was like, if we smoking, I roll my own stuff. I don't smoke with nobody.
And I'm telling you,
The
my
only people I really smoke with for real is Rashad and Ahmad. I don't smoke with nobody.
told you, look, rest in peace
You
to
don't like people.
That's what I'm saying.
You gonna be out in the back of awl smoking with a random guy that comes.
But
no,
I was getting ready to go to that. Do you know how many random motherfuckers walk up like, let me hit it? I mean, like, fam, y'all, you like it laced? Fuck them up every time.
You know, that's my story.
Every time.
Hey, that's my story. Rest in peace to my boy Major.
Oh, man, sorry.
The second time in my life I ever smoked, it was lace. He didn't know this either. So, yeah. And I knew that was God telling me, like, hey, this ain't your lane. Like, nah, like, we went to some older dude house. We skipping school, young, you know, don't know no better. He knew somebody that would let us kick it over there. Yeah, so listen.
Herbert,
this is me looking back. This is me looking back.
Yeah.
So
pause.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing
Oh
at
my
you.
God,
I'm laughing
that's
at
horrible.
Joaquin. Did you hear what he said? He said
He was trying
Herbert
to-
the pervert.
Herbert the pervert.
And all I started thinking was Chester the molester.
Yeah, his name. Matter of fact, bro, he stayed on Dub Street.
Oh, he stayed on Wayne?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
damn.
his name was Lil Man.
Oh,
and we went over there, skipping school. And I told you the running thing my whole life with my friends, because all my friends been smoking since they was 13, 14. I never smoked, so everybody just wanted to get me to smoke. This one day, I'm like, okay, and I'm sitting in the chair like this.
Yeah.
And I only hit it like twice. And literally, the floor was on the ceiling. The ceiling was on the floor. And I was like, stuck.
Zero tolerance.
Hey, I was stuck, like stuck.
Yeah, stuck is
And
insane.
so they laughing, and I'm like, nah, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And I start hallucinating. Like, I started seeing like elephants walking down the street, like for
They
real.
laced your shit for real.
Listen, I took 2 hits. I'll never forget this. This was a Friday. And
You woke up, it was Monday?
No, listen, I come from a religious family. I had to go to church on Sunday. I was still high Sunday. I'll never forget this. I went and I only hit I say, man, I don't know what. And then Major ended up coming back. He was like, yeah.
LSD
he was like, man, that was something, because he like, I was still like tripping. So I knew that was
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
See, when you started the story, still rest in peace. Yeah. I thought you was going to say he smoked the shit and then some crazy shit happened and that's how he passed.
No,
because we was man. Speaking of being laced, rest in peace, Major. I'm like, whoa,
no. He passed away. There's some other stuff, but rest in peace, Major. But so that's when I knew. I was like, that's why I'm. So that was my.
I'm glad I never had nothing like that.
Yeah. So and then in my mind, I just always be like, I not saying this even be true. I always look at stuff like I would be the one fill in the blank. You know, like
that's how I feel.
I'm gonna be the one, so I just be like, I'm not
a lot of shit.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, so I just don't even deal with it. Cause I'm like,
that's why we're all friends.
Yeah, everybody. Look, you know what I'm saying? Everybody get away, and then I be the one that.
That's
with anything.
I tell my daughters that, like, when I be telling them stuff, I'm like, don't even try it. I say, you gonna be the motherfucker that get caught.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna be the nigga that get caught.
Yep. So I don't even. So I always. I just So that ain't never been my thing.
Never been your thing.
Yeah. So
dog.
And it's so funny, real quick. And it like, I be trying to teach my son this. Like, if you learn how to say no at your age now, your nose would be strong as an adult. So it's very
That's
easy
very
to
true.
be like, no.
Very true.
You want something to drink? No. You want to smoke? No. Because I've already, you know what I'm saying, practiced it for so long.
When I was younger, my nose, I didn't really know how to say no. Because I never you didn't want to get in trouble, or you didn't want to make nobody mad.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want nobody to be disappointed in you. You didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Now that I'm older, boy, fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah. No.
Like, your feelings hurt, I know my intentions weren't to hurt your feelings. But if your feelings get hurt because I don't want to do something, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
I don't care.
I find myself all the time having to tell motherfuckers to fuck off. The more and more life goes on, I be trying to be cool, man.
We talked about that. Like, my great aunt was here.
It gets worse.
My great aunt was here, and we were talking about, like, and when I say my great aunt, like, she's about to be 80.
Okay.
And we were talking about how, like, definitely, like, her generation, but, like, my mom's generation, my generation, you weren't allowed to, like, say no. Like, if your mother or your grandmother or your aunt told you to do something, for the most part, even if you knew it was wrong or you didn't even know how to do it, you couldn't say no. Because it's like,
I'm still of that belief.
You know, it's like, do what I told you. But so when me and my great aunt were talking, when she was here, she was talking about how that's why a lot of stuff happened in their generation, and they, like, never got reported or nothing ever happened because they thought, oh, well, I have to do it because they told me to.
Right.
Now, like, with my daughters, like, I asked them, you want to go so-and-so? They'd be like, no. I'd be like, okay. And my aunt was like, yeah, I love how she likes how that has progressed.
Yeah.
Where kids are comfortable being able to say, like, how they feel.
Boy.
Okay, they
I
don't want to
see
do what
that.
they do want to do.
Expressing yourself, man. That was just a little different, but I got you.
On top of today, my mama died. She was one of them old school. No, was so disrespectful. My mama knocked her boyfriend's teeth out.
Oh, wow.
And wanted me to go in there and beat him up. And I said no.
You already won.
Yeah, like, no.
You already won.
If you touch me, my son gonna come back. But I was watching, he was sitting, I'll never forget this.
She didn't need you.
Man, my mama was.
It was insult to injury.
He was sitting, you know how, like, you get the arguing and he trying his best. Because my mama was one of them antagonizing, just yeah. And so I'm sitting in the hallway and they arguing, and he was sitting on the couch. And he was like, you know how, like, a dude be sitting like, hey, just leave me alone. So she just, yeah. Then my mama, stole off on him. Hand on his mouth, blood everywhere. She like, if you touch me, I'm going to get my son. And my family calls me Dewan. Yeah. Dewan, come here. I'm like,
what, mama?
I walked in, she was like, I need you to show him that he shouldn't disrespect me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. And she was like, punch him. I was like, no.
No.
I was like, no. And I was like, no. She's like, punch him. I'm like, no. This man over here, teeth in his hands.
So he already
and I'm watching the whole thing. And she was, man, my mama was the type. She held on. She was super mad. Like, that's so disrespectful. I said, mama, so you done already knocked the man's teeth out. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I'm not finna do nothing to this man. He cool. Look, you the crazy one. I ain't telling that boy. Like, you the one that's crazy. Like, for real, yeah. For real. Because my mama was that type of woman. Like, she would start stuff and then want you to get involved, and she be wrong, and then you wrong because you don't want to go along with her being wrong. Like, you would never, my mom was trying to manipulate. You just hurt my heart.
Oh, man.
Hurt your heart.
My mama was that mama. My mom was the mom, like, she'd do something or yell at me for something or even whoop me for something and then realize, like, she was wrong. But she would never be like, I'm sorry. It'd just be like,
come here.
So you want to go so
right, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go get some ice cream?
Hey, our parents would never admit they would never.
Like, never. She was like, so you want to go with me to so-and-so? You want to go with me to Walmart? You can get whatever you want. I want to get in the car with you, lady. You didn't beat me for no reason.
And it's like, and my daddy could never believe that teachers could be wrong. I'm like,
Oh,
Dad,
man.
they're regular people
Yeah.
like you and me. They have attitudes.
Mhm.
Why would the teacher lie? Because they lied. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't.
I don't know. That's what I need to go figure out.
You know what? I had to
He
spend
couldn't
it.
find.
My mom wasn't lit when it came to teachers, but my grandmother kind of was. And she'd be like, why would the teacher lie? I'm not saying they're lying. I'm saying that what they're telling you is not accurate.
right. Yeah, you
I'm
gotta,
saying they lied.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's some information missing in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I had my run-ins with teachers, so I definitely understand.
Yeah. Or you could just be getting on the teacher nerves and they put a little extra on it. But my dad, he just couldn't. He just, no, there's no way. I'm like, so really, Dad? Like, you honestly think, like, the teacher can't lie, ain't capable of doing nothing wrong?
I had one teacher that hated me so much that when I went to his class, his name was Mr. Maul, rest in peace. But when I would go to his class my senior year, it was to the point he hated me so much. He used to just tell me, Regina, just put your head down and go to sleep.
Damn. What were you doing to make that man feel that way?
Absolutely nothing.
But hold on. You
He
had to be
my
doing
sister.
something.
He had my sister 4 years before me,
Mm-hmm.
and my sister was a complete ass. But
So wait a minute.
she
She
had
made
good
that
grades.
much
Yes.
of a fucking stink that
Every
4
teacher
years
that
later,
I had,
I
every
remember
teacher that
them.
I had, every teacher that I had that taught my sister when I got to high school, because I went to Jennings. When I got to high school, every teacher I had that taught my sister, they'd be like, "So you're going to be like
One of
your
them urban
sister?"
girls.
They go like, "Are you going to be like your sister?" But mind you, my sister smart as hell. Like my sister had a high ass GPA, everything, but she was very much so. You're not finna talk to me in the kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if it's something going on that she don't like or she don't think is right, she gonna say something. So
Okay.
all my teachers was like, "Are you gonna be like her?" I'm like,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
Right. I'm
Like,
gonna
I ain't even started yet. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Them people trying to get over.
So how was y'all? If we can talk about it, how was y'all high school experiences? Memorable. I've forgotten it since I've been there. It wasn't nothing. It was the best thing.
You can go first, sweetheart. You want to go? How was high school for you?
I mean, it was cool.
And where'd you go?
It ain't nothing I have to do again, or like
You need to
I
repeat
loved it, so I went to
Okay.
Hazelwood East.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it was just cool. It wasn't. I didn't love school. I didn't hate school.
Yeah. Okay.
Me.
I mean, it was school.
That was such a Naya answer.
My high school experience, I think it's weird, but I think I had like two different experiences.
Sound like me.
Like my freshman year, my sophomore year. My freshman year, I got teased a lot. I was still getting teased.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it was like a different kind of teasing. It was more so like I knew how to Joan, but usually like if everybody was sitting around Joan, it was the same Jones. Like like you ugly, you skinny, or like talking about my hair, like my braids or something like that. So then I remember I got my braids out freshman year, and I got my hair cut short, the top long in the back.
Oh, the shot the
Straight
top
little
on
mullet. So I thought I was the shit, right? But came back to school, and it was these boys steady teaching because it was a dude that I liked, and he liked me. Like we was actually talking, but like when his friends came around, and they'd say something about me, he'd act different, basically. So anyway, so freshman year was kind of rough, but it was cool because I had a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sophomore year, I think that was the year like I started to kind of like
Coming to your own.
go from that ugly duckling to like the little goose, whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
The swan or something.
yeah, thank you. The swine, the goose.
You went from ugly duckling to mother goose. Mother goose, I hear you over
My
there.
bad. I went from like the ugly duckling. I was starting to become like the swine, but I wasn't fully there yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, coming to your own.
So, but I was kind of like more comfortable in like my own skin. Then, even though I was having problems and shit like at home, but at school I was straight. Then like my junior senior year,
It was over.
They couldn't tell you shit, huh?
it's a rap. I had
Say J-Town.
I
That's how
had
you
an
was.
older boyfriend.
Oh, man.
I had a dude.
That's back before it was illegal.
I
right.
had a
Cats
little
be
dude.
21 with a senior.
I was my senior year. I was talking to this little freshman that all the girls at the school like I was winning.
Your senior year?
Yeah,
You was
like
talking to
my
a freshman?
senior- Yep.
Hey, you started shooting down in the
He
barrel. I
was
heard.
fine as hell.
But he was,
But
he was 14.
You
He was 14.
19. You got responsibilities and shit.
You voting.
I hate y'all so much. He was 15. He was 15. I was 17. I didn't turn 18 until after I graduated.
Me.
But he was dark skinned. He had 2 goals on the side. He
you
had
either.
like perfect teeth.
I turned
Your birthday was
18
in
after
July.
I graduated.
Yeah, I turned 18 after that.
Damn, you thought I was lying?
You had to think about it for a second. That's all.
Like,
Yeah, he
Damn.
had perfect teeth. He was fine as
But he
hell.
was 14. But okay, 15. Wiki.
Did you take
Yeah.
his Virginia?
I did not. I did not.
Did you give him some?
I did not.
Then what was the point? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
It was more so for
having
me.
sex and when you were freshmen.
Yeah, they was. I
But
was.
yeah, boys. was-
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Sophomore year for me.
Mine was like the end of senior year.
I'm gonna let the
Really?
The public doesn't
Wow.
know this. I didn't lose my virginity to actually after high school, but
okay.
everybody thought I was doing it in high school. I just finessed.
Everybody
it.
thought she was a whore in high school.
Yeah, they thought I was doing so. I wasn't doing nothing. The girl I lost it to, she don't even know I lost it to her.
Yeah, I
wow.
started and didn't stop.
Yeah,
I know who you lost it to. Yeah,
you
tell
know
me.
my high school thing. Even though it's not that big of a deal now. Well, go ahead.
And speaking of, I know who you lost yours to. The girl that I lost mine to. I would never tell you. Oh my god! But go ahead.
So
Nah,
then, like
man.
my birthday is the end of
School
September,
shit.
so I ended up starting school early. I had to take a test.
Mm-hmm.
So I technically started school when I was 4. So when I got to high school, like how Wayne's birthday in May, your birthday in July.
Yeah.
So then there's people who had late birthdays that. So I'm 13 as a freshman, like the first month.
Mm-hmm.
But it's people in my class that are 14 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Okay.
idiots are 16. So and I was a late bloomer, like physically and maturity. So
Okay.
my first 2, that's why like Jeremy, all the people I hang out with, I'm cool with from U City are usually a class under me. Like I'm cool with everybody from my class, but I've
'Cause
never
your
really
age. I
hung
get it.
with them like that
get
because
it.
yeah, so I was short, fat, like honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, I didn't get this height, bro. I was one of them my doctor used to always talk about I was an I didn't stop growing until I was 21.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
was
6'2".
always
That's why,
tall.
like, at our reunion, our 10-year reunion, they couldn't believe how tall I was because I wasn't like that tall in high school.
My nephew's
Oh, wow.
6'4".
Yeah.
He's 6'4" at 16.
No, see, I was 5'4" my freshman year, and I was 13, and everybody was older, so they would, you know, so I just didn't. Then I'm in high school with 17, 18-year-olds. Look, real talk, I was still playing with Army men. My freshman year in high school, you know what I'm saying? So my freshman year was like,
he was only 13.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? About to be 14, but yeah, I was only 13, so that was like a big.
Army Man was the 80s, man.
Yeah,
You still had them?
I still, mama tell
Don't
you, I
hate on
still,
G.I. Joe.
yeah, I had all.
He had the green Army
Yep,
Man.
I had the green ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
with
you
the
talking about?
little pad at the whatever you call it, the thing.
The platform in the bottom.
Yeah. But so my freshman year was horrible for me personally. I played football, but I was like the wackest person on the team because they old. Like everybody was like, how I always say the age. They was 14 old, and then I was 13 young. Like I was 13 finna be 14, but I was really like a 13-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So my sophomore year got a little better, but then once my senior year came, I kind of grew, got a little better in football. So my upperclassmen years was amazing, the best.
Okay.
But the first 2 years of my life, of high school
life
was, man, you could take
No
it or
rocket?
leave it. Yeah, but my upperclassmen years was probably the best, and I would go back to because my class, we all still very close and cool with each other. So like everybody, for the most part, I say 60% of everybody has still keep up with each other to this day. So my high school, so I always say it's like twofold. Like the first 2 years, I was like, I don't know about it. Look,
I guess I had the same type of experience. Not the same way, but meaning two
and have you always
separate
been tall?
experience. Yeah.
Okay. See,
I've been this high since I was a freshman.
wow.
Yeah.
See, yeah, nah.
I went to desegregated school.
Okay.
So I was at a school that I'm from the West Side. But around the time, well, okay, actually it started before then because I was trying to get out of this school But my bird wasn't going for it because I had to go to Sumner and there was a lot of crazy shit happening. That's where all my partners was. But she wanted to keep me in this school. So I had been in there a few years since like 5th grade.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. So I was popular. But I mean, I kind of really didn't have no choice because it was like a small population of black people.
So it was
but I guess amongst them, huh?
It was a white school.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like it. Like really just like a year or two ago, I just realized some shit like we were talking about something about my mom just finding out about me smoking recently. Like I used to have little run-ins with the teachers and shit. Like you say you had issues with your teachers, but it was due to your sister. But me, I don't know why them people didn't fucking like me. To this day, I don't know. I guess they saw the greatness in me and they were hating. There you go.
Yep.
But during this process, I didn't have the greatest support from my mom. So you taking these people's side, like you said, why would they lie? I don't know why they would lie, but they lying.
Yep.
But I didn't know that somebody had gave her the lowdown, like, yeah, they fucking with him, blah, 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 blah. Intentionally get him out of here. And that's how I left. I ain't even know. I thought it was just because I was ranting and raving about getting out of there. When I left there, I went to another school. That was, I was popular there as well. Probably a lot more, honestly. Because I could flourish. You know, I ain't had to worry about the same bullshit from the racist teachers the same way. I still had a couple of them, but I was beyond whatever they could do to me at that point.
What's your definition of popularity? Is it quantity of people you know, or how they know you? Is it interaction? Like, so you say I'm popular. Is that really, like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody know who I am.
Everybody knew it, yeah.
Okay. Would you say yes?
Mine, yeah, I would say that. But then too, mine, I will also put on there that, like, a lot of people, I'm not gonna say they know me, but they know of me, and it's not off of something negative.
Yeah.
It's not off like, yeah, because she was the biggest hoe. Yeah, it wasn't.
So like me, I was a nigga playing on the basketball team. I wasn't great by no fucking stretch or nothing, but I was always me. Witty. I'm always joning. We battle rapping, singing, whatever. So it was like just, that's just who I was. So a lot of that, then, you know, just being a guy with, you know, I was always into fashion to an extent. So. Yeah.
And then I went to a smaller school.
But I did it my way.
Genesis was small. It still is small, but it was much smaller then. I think when I was at Genesis,
like in the 1800s?
I think when I went to Genesis, it was only like 900 kids in the whole school.
Oh,
so you went there with CC
for a
brother?
high school,
He went there.
for a high school that's small, so it was easy to be popular there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because it's like, and then
yeah, Jennings kids was bad. There was a Jennings kid who started me just smoking at 12.
like our senior class, it was like close. The only thing that I could say, like for me, is I do still have some people from school that I talk to, but mine was like a little different because I went to Jennings all 4 years, but I didn't live in Jennings none of the years.
None of the
my
years.
high school.
Okay.
I just used my auntie address because I was living with I lived with my dad for a minute, and then I lived with my granny. If I used my daddy address, I would have had to go to Hazelwood East. I went to Keevan.
Should have came on over.
Right.
I went to Keevan and Hazelwood, and that's when I got picked on the most. So I had told my daddy, I don't.
The light skinned girls was fucking with you.
I told my daddy,
know,
I
look
said,
at see.
Because Hazelwood back in the day, the light skinned girls was, because you know I was in Hazelwood until 8th grade, so.
I told my daddy, I was like, I don't give a fuck what we gotta do, but I cannot. I just feel like I'm not gonna fit in there. Like I was so miserable at Keevan. Yeah. So then, he was like, I used my auntie address so I could stay at Jennings.
Man, that used to be so easy.
So then, I moved out my daddy. I moved in with my grandmother. If I went using my granny address, I would have had to go to Beaumont. My grandma was like, hell no, you ain't going to Beaumont. So my choices was I could either use my other aunt address and went to U City.
Which you should have. You should have. But
I didn't know anybody at U City.
It's okay.
But keep using my auntie address. We worked it out with the school. keep using my auntie address, I could say Jennings. I had already went to Jennings for 7th and 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
So it only made sense for me to stay there with people I knew. But the downfall to that is because
You didn't become a great person because you didn't go to the city. No,
the downfall is because I didn't live in the district. Like those, like you know how like some people have those solid friendships, like because they went to school together, they lived in the neighborhood together. I don't have those.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like mine is really with Aisha, and that's because we went to church together.
Huh.
No facts.
So okay, what were you gonna ask?
No, because it's
No, we were talking about friends and having that solid friendship group with people. I know a lot of yours. You said you went to school with all them. So your closest friends, how did y'all meet?
For me, it was high school. So I met my best friend in the junior year in the math class, and we've been tight ever since. Princess.
I didn't know she went there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then my other best friend was kind of like default. She just kind of came into my life and she never left. It's my daughter's aunt. So that's my other. When I was in high school, I don't know if you would say I was popular. I was known, but I was known because of who my boyfriend was. They'd be like, oh, that's. If somebody was like, that's Kiana, they'd be like, William Kiana? That's who I was for a long time.
Okay.
So how does it feel? They like.
So,
Joaquin, how's it feel? Nah, I'm just joking.
So, but yeah, my lifelong friendships started in high school, and we lived around the corner from each other, and it was great.
Yeah. I met Aisha at church. 7 years old.
Y'all met at church, and neither one of y'all got any God in y'all.
Shut up.
But go ahead.
God loves me.
Right.
But
He does.
He loves the heathens.
I have my my friend Michelle. Me and her met in 7th grade, and we actually are still very cool.
Okay.
Then like as far as like Will and Terrell, like Blaze and them, it's funny how I met them. I had
Today, one of their partners, right?
I had just turned 16. And yeah, I remember the movie theater that used to be right there on Hallsbury.
Of
Hallsbury
course.
14.
Of course.
It was my cousin had just got her license. It was me, her, and her best friend in the car. And I had seen this dude. It was Blaze. I had seen this dude from the car, and I thought he was so cute.
Mims. That nigga look like Mims.
This one I used to be in the light skinned dudes, and I seen him from the car, and I'm like, ooh. This one I did shoot my shot then.
Oh.
So Will was standing.
So why
in
would
front
you
of
not
him.
shoot your shot today?
I don't
You
know.
shot your shot there, and you've had lifelong friends from that.
I don't know. But so I see Will and
If
Blaze.
you ain't shoot your shot, we might not be cool.
That's true.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
see Will and Blaze, and I'm trying to get Blaze attention. But I was screaming out the window like, hey dude, some shit like that. And Will turned
You
around.
were super aggressive back
Yeah.
then. Ah.
Will turned
That's
around.
short in the top, long in the back. Had you feeling yourself? Oh, shit.
So Will, look, it was so crazy because Will turned around and I was like, not you.
Oh.
I said, my exact words was, no, not you. Your partner next to you. Because Will did like this, like, no, your
He
partner
thought he
next
had a
to you.
fan.
So
That's got to be the worst
So
rejection.
he got
right there.
Blaze.
Yeah.
So he got Blaze. Blaze turned around, and I'm like, "What's up?" So I said some shit I can't even remember.
What's up,
So
shorty?
but at that moment, Terrell was trying to talk to my cousin that was driving.
Oh,
So we
man.
just pulled over.
Shout out
got
to
out the
Chicago
car,
Larry.
Got out the car, and we exchanged numbers or whatever. And it had just so turns out that Blaze was friends with my friend Jason that went to Jennings. They was like literally best friends.
Oh, I ain't know Jason
So,
went to Jennings.
Man, we got to talking or whatever. We hung out.
New
one
meat,
day.
babe.
Go over. Go. He was like, "Hey, come over my partner house. We just chilling. Go over the house. Boom. It's Jason." So then, but like Terrell, like he like because Blaze is his cousin. Like Blaze used to straight have Terrell come to pick me up from work and stuff. I would go to like his football games or whatever. So we just stuck. And then I went over there one day and Tasha was there. They was like, we finna go to Denny's to get something to eat. I'm like, okay. It was Tasha and this girl named Taria. Go out to eat or whatever. Me and Tasha was best friends, like literally from that day forward.
That's what's up.
And then I met this nigga probably like, I want to say probably like 10, 12 years, 13. Oh, some years later or whatever. So I thank God that day I did go to I did go to the movie theater.
Shot your
and
shot.
I shot my shot because I wouldn't have never met them. And now they family.
Okay. Well, mine is kind of layered. I got some questions for you, No Face, first. Did you go to Kirby? Middle school? No. Was you in Hazelwood?
Yes, I did.
I went to Kirby. See, I went to Kirby. I went to Kirby. I went to Graniteman Elementary. I went to Twillman.
Well, y'all seen each other.
I
know
went
each
to
other.
Drury, and then I went to Kirby.
Okay. I went to Graniteman, Twillman. I can't remember the other. I went to a whole. We moved a lot, but it was always Hazelwood district because my mama thought that was the district to be. But me and Hazelwood was like oil and like it just didn't mix.
Oil and water.
Oh, there you go. Oil and water. See, I was about to say vinegar.
This nigga wanted a sandwich. Let me get some oil and vinegar.
Right. On that
a little bit of sea salt.
Yeah. Get some green peppers.
Okay, how'd you meet your friends?
But yeah, so Hazelwood was horrible for me, and my sister's a year older. She graduated from East, but she graduated in '97. All my cousins graduated from Hazelwood East. So, but they was all kind of popular. So me and Hazelwood just didn't just gel. My daddy always lived in U City, so when I visited him, most of my friends was in U City because it was like back then, I'm saying y'all was some bougie McDonnell Douglas living.
I mean, we were.
Woo, man, Hazel, bro, you better be glad you never
West Side
went.
nigga. I come back, I'm like, nigga, I got
bro.
this little bitch. They got some paper, nigga.
Yeah, but we ain't had no money.
Light skin little bitch.
Y'all had money out
Yeah.
there. This back when North County
That's
was
how
like,
I felt.
Yeah.
I had Jordans and shit going to
yeah, I
Hazelwood.
ain't have none of that.
That's when everybody was wearing like Guess and Tommy Hilfiger.
And cross color and
Yeah.
damaged jeans and all that. I ain't have none of that. So
Yeah, my mom was like, I ain't buying that shit.
Yeah,
You know, we
some
had
of that
all-
shit.
we
I
had-
always had my own little
Yeah,
flavor,
Hazelwood
but
Everybody come to
it was just
Hazelwood.
about having me a little bitch with some paper. I mean,
See,
yeah.
my sister was light skinned like you, so she always, guys
You
like
know
so
what,
every
too?
time we moved,
The way he said that as though he got a little animosity towards
It
me.
sounded-
Like, I mean,
it
she was
sounded like
light
it.
skinned.
Cause we just had that conversation before you got here. Somebody tried to call me light skinned. We are the same color, aren't we?
No.
Yeah, we
There
the
is
same
nothing
color.
light about me.
At all.
But anyway,
Okay.
so
Okay.
so when I ended up moving with my daddy, man, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like people in U City was so down to earth, so accepting of me. So literally all my close friends are literally from U City. I have no friends from Hazelwood. And I lived in Hazelwood, Hazelwood all the way up until 8th grade. And I don't remember her. I remember a few names. I think she a lawyer, somebody named Carla Allen.
She's a lawyer.
I went to school with her, grade school and all that. Anyway, some other people, but I ain't never had no friends. But the U City, that's why I'm so U City, because that's the place that had
They
always
accepted you.
embraced me. It was my transition when I moved there, bro. It was who is this?
It was
Because I was
easy.
already around, even though I didn't go to like the grade schools and all that.
That's
so
how I was.
Ah, but yeah, they know that. Like, that's
That's
Mr.
how-
Ellis.
yeah. So
That's
Mr.
how I
Ellis.
was.
everybody out of my friends is from U City, except
Yeah.
as an adult like him. People like that I met along the way as an adult, but all I grew up with all from everybody, literally everybody from U City.
That's how I was at Jennings. But I went to Coke in Riverview.
No way.
4th grade. I went to Coke in 4th grade.
I was in Coke from kindergarten to 5th grade.
See, y'all need to pull out some
But,
yearbooks. I bet you would.
My teacher,
Yeah.
my 4th grade teacher name was Miss Dimitri.
That was my 4th grade teacher.
Look at that.
Swear to God.
What year did you graduate?
1999.
Oh, okay. So you was there. You was there. So you would have had her before me because
So
I
you-
came in 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
So you was
Yeah,
99.
you was about 15 years for she.
Keep on. Little ugly.
But if I couldn't have went to Jennings, I would have went back to Riverview. Because I'm actually like some of the people that I was in my 4th grade class, even though like I did get teased and stuff, it was only like by the boys. It wasn't like at Kevin I got teased by boys and girls. But when I like if I'm still cool with some of those same people, and that was all the way from 4th grade. And like when I see
I was
them, it's
too.
all love. So
But,
like if I didn't, I would have went there.
Most of them left Riverview and came to Hazelwood East. Most of the
Yeah,
people
some of them
a
did.
handful of people that I worked,
Some
that
of
I
them
was
did.
close with.
Wait a minute. If you went to jury, so you grew up over here.
Yes.
Where? Like Whitney Chase?
No,
I'm sorry, I just want because my kids
That,
went to jury.
we lived in Whispering Lake apartment.
I lived in I lived in
then-
Whispering Lake 3 times.
Are you kidding?
No
okay.
lie.
Well, yeah, we were
I
there
lived in
from the
Whispering.
time I was in 6th grade until I became a freshman, and then we moved to Paddock.
So if you 99 and I'm 98, then we lived in 7th grade. You was in the 6th. I lived in Whispering
In Whispering
Lake.
Lake.
No lie.
We was outside all the time. I don't remember.
Yeah, all the time. No
All the
lie.
time.
That
So,
was
like,
that was the only
Theo,
friend I ever had.
DJ.
I remember
Told
Theo.
Wait,
Seriously,
you
somebody
don't
named
remember-
Jeff.
Which
like,
You
Theo?
don't remember like no little
I
fat short kid because that would have been chopped.
No, I was so my sister. So no, look. So go back to the teasing. So my sister's name is Tiffany. So everybody in Whispering Lake called me Tiffany, little brother. So they never would call me by my name. You probably, if I show you a picture,
that's because she would have graduated with my sister. But my sister hung out in Whitney Chase all the time because
Okay,
she
look.
pretty much stayed with her grandmother most of the time.
The
From
sad,
school,
look,
but-
the sad part how I got to move with my daddy because we got evicted out of Whispering
Whispering
Lake.
Lake.
Yeah, no, like my grandmama stayed in the same complex, so my sister ended up moving with my grandma to stay going into Hazelwood, and I just moved with my dad to U City. Yeah, that was the. I'm not gonna lie, I got teased, but there was the funnest times in Whispering Lake.
We love
Man, that was the best. Be outside 2, 3
Whispering.
o'clock in the morning. It'd be we was outside
had
at the
a
same
good
time. Yeah, Whispering Lake was where it was at.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's
We hated to
small
leave
world.
because people in Whispering Lake were going to Central High School.
Yep.
And we moved, and at that point it was East District. So
Okay.
most of all the friends that I had from that went to Central.
Okay.
And then I had to make new friends again because now I didn't move into a different area where all the people that I kicked it with at Kirby over the summer, they were at Central.
And guess where I came from before we went to Whispering Lake? Guess where I live? Countryside.
Really?
That's how I went
Yeah.
to Twillman. I lived in Countryside, and so now you can probably see where my mama was coming from. She was always trying to upgrade. You know, Countryside was different. So she like, ooh, Whisper, and we had the townhouse with the 3 floors.
That's what we had.
That's what we had. Yeah,
That's what we had.
I can show you. Look, exactly where we stayed at. It was on the corner.
Well,
and
we was
had
in the first subdivision. If you came in through the front,
through the front gate.
the one on the left.
On the left, no lie. I'm not lying. I can show you exactly where we stayed.
We stayed at the one all the way at the end.
No, we was right there in the front. As soon as you turn into the parking lot to the right, that one on the corner is exactly where I
was at the
stayed.
end.
Okay, that's exactly where I stayed.
So you were right. You were at the bus stop.
Yeah, at the bus stop. Yeah, no lie. I used to be watching cartoons until the bus came.
Crazy.
And all I had to do was walk out my door and go straight to the bus. But my sister was popular, so she would be outside talking to y'all, but I didn't have no friends. So I stayed I stayed in the house till the bus came. No lie, yep.
Whispering Lake. Brother.
We used to go walk the Domino's, get the piece of it. Man, it was I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't have no name. I was Tiffany, little brother.
So do y'all think like the friendships that y'all made like high school, elementary, or whatever?
Hold on, we ain't got John
Oh,
friends
my
yet.
bad. I thought you started.
No, never told
My
mine.
fault, bro. I thought you
I don't have any
started
friends.
it. Ooh, go ahead, bro.
He don't have no friends.
You a patient? Hey, you a patient
Let me tell y'all
motherfucker.
why. He doesn't really have any friends because when he first meet people, everybody think he's so arrogant.
And how do they think that? I'm cool as shit.
Nah, just playing.
I'm just quiet.
Because most people think that though.
Yeah, but I'm just quiet and observant. But yeah, friendships. They start back from the West Side. Wayne, West Side. I've been knowing Wayne my whole life. Shit, we went to preschool together.
Really?
Yeah.
What part of the West
That's
Side?
crazy.
Wells and Hamilton.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
dad lived on Theodosia and then on Blackstone.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know where I was at. Then my one partner, he ain't here no more. Like that was my closest partner up until he got killed. And that's how me and Wayne got super cool. Because in my mind, I'm like, damn, my nigga done got killed now, man. I gotta bring my nigga closer. You feel what I'm saying? So me and him always rocked. He more like family though. Then there's the Jug. I met him West Side. He stayed a block over from Wayne. So Wayne kind of stayed behind me, but on the other street, and he stayed on the next street from him. He didn't. He wasn't a part of the clique until we were like teenagers, though.
Okay.
And this is what Wayne was going to Sumner. He went to RTC, but me and him used to catch the bus at the same spot. So Wayne, little brother, we used to hoop in my backyard. And I used to be killing niggas, so his little brother was pissed. He's like, man, fuck you. he's like, man, so I'm gonna get Jug. I'm like, nigga, who the fuck is Jug?
Right.
I did not know this nigga was cold. This nigga jump out the fucking gym and everything. But anyway, that was my introduction to him. But then we started getting cool because we had the same bus stop. So we used to try to get the nigga to go to Saints and all that. And then that's how he came around. Then J-Mo, my partner, we met him through Jug. We can fast forward. Everybody know how we met.
Yeah.
We talk about
I was selling crack at
the
the
people
time.
I know Gina through. You say you was what?
I was selling crack at the time we met.
Ah, yeah.
Back in 1986.
There you go. There you go.
I actually met Tony first.
Yeah, I think he told me that.
Yeah, but it was kind of brief because, I met Tony and Will in the studio because I was selling beats. I guess Tony was managing Will, and Will was in this group called the Thundercats. And I knew one of the niggas in Thundercats is my partner Tuck because we used to work at the May Company together. So in the studio we met, but then in the re-meeting because I used to work with Larry. So that's pretty much the size of it. Of course, I got other partners, but that's probably the bulk of them. So yeah, none really from school. I got partners from school that I'm still cool with, but close knit motherfuckers. It's really some West Side shit or work shit from the extended family. But
yeah, I got people like that I met from work, but
Yachty.
They ain't really.
Yeah. Yachty, how did I meet Yachty? We was doing the improv show, and we was the two niggas that wasn't comedians, but we was the funniest niggas on the show, so we just clicked.
Mm-hmm.
Chops, this nigga was slanging crack.
There you go. Real recognized real. He looked at me, I looked at him, I gave him that nod. It was
Like seriously, you were selling crack?
nah.
Allegedly, no.
Ziggy-zag.
Do y'all
No.
feel
I met
like,
Zane
No.
on some music shit. But go ahead, do it feel like what?
do y'all feel like them friendships that y'all have from like elementary or whatever, friendships that you've had for years and years and years, do you feel like they kind of help shape you to the person that you are now?
Absolutely. My trip to Dallas reminded me.
friendship?
Oh,
No, you good. No, you good.
my trip to Dallas reinforced and reminded me because I told Cece this. I was like, however my friends are that I went with, I say, man, I always feel safe. I feel like I always be myself, and I feel the trust.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and it's like because of that helps my radar with anybody that operates outside of that.
Okay. I can
I
see
could
that.
agree with
You know what I'm saying? So it stands out quickly when I meet somebody. I'm like,
Do you because with you, like I said, like to some people, like when you first meet them, you could come off as arrogant. So
I
once
never
they get
got that from you.
I
though.
never got that.
I never,
When
to be
I
honest,
first
I
met
never
him,
got
I
that from
kind of
you.
did, but then I kind of thought like, oh, is he like, is this like a joke or whatever? But I got that feeling, but he was still
I'm a
cool.
fucking joke out here.
It
Kat?
wasn't one of them things. It was never one of them things where I'm like, oh, I don't want to be around. Like I can't talk to him. I was still kind of intrigued. Like, what's this nigga like really about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You was just cool. Every time I used to come to your job, I just remember we used to just chop it up.
Chop it up.
But it was so back to like the organic thing. It was like it was at least from my perspective.
Yeah,
it was like I already knew you.
Yeah, it
was just like
some people you mesh with.
Yeah, we just meshed together like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I never got the arrogant part. I was like, it's cool.
Yeah. I always be cool. I'm welcoming. I'm all that type of shit. I just don't like bullshit. That's what I don't like. I have a magnificent bullshit reader.
Got you.
So it's unfortunate a lot of people be on bullshit, and I see it. And my stiff arm game is crazy.
How did we reconnect though? I promise you to this day, CC be asking me, and I'll be like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you.
Probably at a wedding. I think
It was a wedding.
It was a wedding.
Was
Or it wasn't a wedding.
Oh, it was
some
at
type
Chaz's wedding.
It was a wedding.
You was DJing Chaz. You know Chaz that played the piano.
Yeah. It was then.
But I thought we reconnected
Yeah,
before
when we
then.
relinked, it sure was. It was Chaz. We did before. It was another wedding because you were the officiant for a wedding right up the street.
Absolutely.
At the
I
chapel.
just don't remember. But I don't
yeah.
remember. That's a shame.
So y'all know whenever I do get first,
I got you.
whenever I get a husband, find a husband, whatever, he's gonna officiate.
I got you.
You gonna sing. Make sure you introduce yourself when you get up there. Act like you know me.
Hey, that nigga gonna sing,
Hey,
turn around
that's
and sit
at
right
the
back
reception.
down.
I'm introducing myself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce myself.
Hey, he gonna, what's that? He gonna sing. Not sounded like him. Remember old boy from Coming to America?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he was done, he just stopped.
That's me.
Like,
That's me. I got a funeral in the morning. I gotta get that together. Oh yeah, I got a funeral in the morning, man.
I said, come, I'm gonna do my thing, and
But not like your friendships that you have or whatever. Do you feel like your
Did
friendships
they shape me?
It maybe not shape you, but what value do they bring to you?
What value did they bring to me? Just being genuine people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not a needy person. I really don't need much from people. So
Yeah.
it's more about genuine interactions. Oh, I do need you to fuck off. No, but I'm not a needy
Dad,
person.
can you get that coffee? Dad, do we have any crackers left? Hey, where's the garlic powder?
Because you move shit all the time.
No, that should be in station.
This
But
lady
anyway, go
right
ahead. I'm
here.
sorry, guys.
I forgot where I was at. No, but no, I'm not like a needy friend. I'm just a nigga that you can be cool with. So it's just more about everything that I do in life is about a vibe, or simply put, like a gut feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So my intuitions are kind of what shaped me, but I've never had those friend issues with people. I ain't fall out with motherfuckers. Like me and Wayne only got into it once in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really be falling out with people because I don't bring bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
but I
So
don't
it's nothing to
accept it
follow.
either.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So if I know you ain't on bullshit, then you cool. And so I don't know if it shaped me or anything like that, but it's always good to know you got motherfuckers that you can count on.
Thanks.
And all my
Yeah.
friends, oh, my
What
bad.
about you, Q?
No, my friends definitely don't shape me. But, the great part about everything is we all bring something else to the friendship, that keeps the three of us grounded or keeps us in reality or, looking at things for what they are. But no, I'm glad that they're there, that I always have somebody that I know I can count on, But no, I wouldn't say that they shape the person that I am today.
What I like about my friends
But-
is they have absolutely no problem telling me I'm wrong.
That part, yeah.
And, or
'Cause,
they'll
yeah.
tell me like where maybe something I should have did different, or it doesn't even have to necessarily be like when I'm wrong, but just giving me like that advice, like, hey,
I mean, we all we serve different purposes. Like, we have one friend that's going to tell you straight up how it is. That's me. I'm that friend. I have another friend who is more empathetic, and brings in the empathy side piece of the equation. So we all have different roles, which I think is great, that we're not all the same
I don't know if
person.
we have different roles. We just have different
But-
personalities.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we all we're very different. We approach things very differently. Like, I have a friend who's getting married in August, and me and my other friend were ready to kill her. But we approach it separately, but it works, and she appreciates the approach from each friend. And you just have friends, that you can call for certain things when you, how can I put it, when you need advice in a certain way. You know what I mean? So if you want to be coddled, you're not going to call me. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I appreciate that dynamic.
But I'm the friend
And-
most people call. So like I don't have
It's
I don't
Dr.
have
Phil.
a person like that. I'd be like,
I think everybody has.
So I can't answer
you
the
might
I can't
actually
answer the
have
question.
That, yeah,
So you gonna do me like we
No,
did
it's
him? It's
like-
my okay. We see how this going.
You might actually have that person, but just kind of like don't realize it, because it could just be y'all having a conversation and you may just be letting out steam or like venting. Like for me, my person, I'm very emotional. I'm an emotional thinker.
Mhm.
Tony is my person that reminds me to take the emotion out and brings me back to the logic.
yeah.
And then like Aisha is my friend that's more so like, because she knows me and she knows I am an emotional
You want to tear it
thinker.
up? Okay, tear it up. Then y'all
She
talk
knows
about
I
it later.
am an emotional thinker. I can call her and let out whatever emotions that I have in that moment. And she'll let me if I need to cry, scream, or whatever. And then she'll bring me back to reality.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Chops.
Yeah, I don't think I honestly don't think I really had that. I deal with a lot of shit myself. But go ahead.
Dang, I don't want to be long-winded, but because you know this story. All my friends have made me better for different reasons. I'm going to say this. Once again, rest in peace to Major Washington. My friend Major Washington and Dub Warren
My
stayed on the
dog.
same street.
Dub is the shout
Dub
out.
had the
Dub
studio.
taught me how to produce.
Yeah, they used to rap. We used to go over there. So Dub used to make fun of me because people Joan, but it was lighthearted. He used to call me Pork Chops. So how I got my name. Dub was called. No, I'm sorry. He called me Big Chops. But he's like Big Chops, Big Chops, and right? People would laugh, and I told you I'm not quick on the. So Warren used to call me Big Chops, and then we was in the car, and Major was like, "Man, Big Chops." He's like, "I'm calling you Chops," and then first time his mother, rest in peace to his mother too. I met his mother like the next day, and she was like, "Hey, Major, who is this?" And he said, "This Chops." She's like, "Oh, hey, Chops," and it
just stuck
from that point on. So it's like he took something that was intended to be negative and turned. So that's what my friends made me better. My partner Aaron. Oh, man, I was finna settle down with somebody I did not like. He sat me down. He said, "Chops, you don't even like her." And I snapped out of it like, I sure don't like her. And broke up with her.
That's mine. He'll keep it real.
He's like, "You don't even
He told
like
me.
her." Shout
My
out to
first
Aaron.
marriage wasn't gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this overall, and I know this is about you too, that I can see that it took time for me to see it like this.
Mm-hmm.
All the changes I went through. I used to be a preacher. I got married fast. Every change I had in my life, all my friends have supported me and been there. Nobody has ever been like, even though the lifestyles that I was on hasn't always lined up with theirs,
right?
But they friendship and support has never wavered. Jeremy, Ryan, Vince, Roger, all my friends, it took time for me to look at the timeline and be like, dang, when I was on this,
really solid.
They was there. When I was on that, they was there. When I did this, so that means a lot to me because that's what I value. Like, dang, no matter what I choose, whether they agree with it or not, you get what I'm saying? It wasn't about that. It's like, nah, we respect you for that. We gonna be here for you. I'm like, they ain't never wavered. So, so I appreciate y'all. Everybody that's my friend, y'all like family. This guy right here, all of you guys. I love y'all for real.
Oh, that's how I feel about y'all. Like y'all be pushing me. Yeah. When I say y'all, I mean you and you, Chops. Like y'all kind of. Like when I talk about like parts of like that, I'm scared like shoot my shot out, whatever. Yeah, I ain't saying I did it yet, but I'm saying
you getting closer.
Actually, I did. I inboxed. I just didn't get a response, but I did shoot my shot. But y'all kind of helped me, or helping me to get out of it and just be a little bit more confident.
And bro, you've helped me a lot that you just don't realize in terms of being open to have new friends. Like Wayne, like Calvin, because normally I just stick to.
Of course, Calvin's family.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, like
I was talking about my friends, but go ahead.
My fault.
I ain't say how I met them, but go ahead.
Okay, that was all. Like you just really have helped kind of get me out of my comfort zone because normally I'm gonna have my wall up. Like I rock with you, but I don't know them like that. Even though, but everybody's introduced me to has been solid. But normally I would just stick to what I know.
You know what? I don't really be having the wall with certain people. Like with him, like when he asked me about like doing the podcast or whatever, and he told me about you. In my mind, I was like, if he just knowing him, I'm like, oh, if he said he cool, he cool.
He cool.
Like I knew he wasn't gonna bring me around. No.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Nobody like that. But I think for the most part. That's how all my real friends are. Like they know like I like if they be like, hey, I think I need you should meet so and so. I trust them.
Yeah,
like in that aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we all protective. So that's the thing.
And then it says a lot too for you to introduce me to them. Shows me what you think of me.
Absolutely.
On the flip side. So
absolutely.
Okay. So
Wayne don't like nobody. He like
Chops.
That's my dog. Wayne.
You know I really fuck with you if I invite you to something that my kids. If I invite you to something that my kids is having, then we family.
Yeah, man.
And not to get too off. Not to get too off the subject because I came out of, my involvement in church destroyed my trust in friendships and people.
Oh wow.
So to rebound. You figure you would go to church to get stronger, but no, I ain't trust nobody coming out of that situation. Like, everybody try to be your friend and try to be, but right, that's what I'm saying, And it was like that. I don't even think you know this, bro. When I left from being a preacher, the end of 2017, it took me until like 2022 to feel like I was healed from that. Like a lot of people burnt me, like for real, for real.
See, I'm a
and I ain't really messed with new people to begin with. Then when I decide to kind of let my guard down, basically 90% of every person burnt me in some type of way. I was really finna shell back up. Like, see, that's why I only fool with what I do. That's why I only, you know.
I don't really know what happened with you at church, but I'm a firm believer that I don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God.
Absolutely.
I just don't believe that at all because it is so much drama and lying
It's
and
more
everything
than
that
you
go on in the church.
They be the first ones to tell you, no, it's not like that here. Come on. Then you
Yeah.
get involved. You're like, what is
People in the church the most judgmental people ever.
Exactly.
Just not genuine, though. Like,
not at all.
agenda-based. And I ain't going to say everybody, because, you know, there's always exceptions. But my experience, it was just more or less like, I ain't going back. Look, I'm going to go back maybe, but I ain't going back.
But I 100% believe it. Like, I don't have to go to church to, you know, to proclaim like that I believe in God, Jesus, and all of that. But, and like I said, I know like it's so much drama that go on in some churches. I'm not gonna say all churches because it's gonna be somebody listening to the podcast like, not my church.
Everybody's gonna say that. Not mine.
Right.
My pastor said,
Right. So I'm not stereotyping and saying it's all churches. However, we've all heard stories about the drama with the pastor and the pastor wives and all of that. Even with me, I'm Catholic. We've heard the stories about the Catholic priests molesting kids. Like we've heard all of this.
They said the Catholic girls the biggest hoochies, but go ahead.
Most of the time they do. Right? but I'm just saying, like, so I think for me, myself, is the way I kind of keep down that drama and try to maintain the relationship that I've established is I really just don't go to church.
Like I say,
now I will go visit the church. Like if you be like, Ben, hey, come with me, we finna go to the church. I come. I might go and I might live it. So I'm not opposed to going to church. I just don't go to church.
And that's what's so funny. Like I'm just saying, like Nip, according to the church, Nip is a heathen. It's one of the most solid people I know.
Yeah.
Kind, everything. Look out for my well-being. And so I just
but if you're on the other side, it's something different.
You know what I'm saying? So
people are complex. Ain't nobody just one thing.
One thing, yeah.
If you ask the
absolutely.
church, and we all some heathens.
Oh, look,
Jezebels.
hey, if you already know what they said about me since I done left church, they swear I didn't. All kind of crazy stuff.
But God loves you.
There you go. I'm gonna keep being me.
And God loves all of y'all. If y'all tune in every single month to Trigger with no face, Bean, Chicky Chops.
What about your friends?
Hey, and me and you, because we all having this conversation together, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. Continue to tune in. Comment. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got something y'all want to ask us, I'll read it on the air like, oh, okay, we got blah, 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 blah. We can do that too.
Got something y'all want us to talk about?
Yeah. You know what? I think you'll get a better response with that.
Who, me?
Online.
Why? Because I'm cute.
Okay. That's what we going with. Let's get the response. Hey.
There you go.
But nah, hey.
I just playing.
Trigger.
Peace out.
Peace.
This has been another in-house media recording.